Steve. Well, you had your warning, of course. Now is the time both to ask questions, or, of course, if you happen to be one of the victims, it's not quite a Latham's diary, I understand, but if you happen to be a victim of anything in Steve's book, now's your time for a right of reply. Do we have any victims who want to exercise a right of reply to start with? No, okay, we'll take questions then. Okay, does anyone want to follow up with any of the things that Steve has said, either in the book or just then?
Steve?
Yes, Roger.
Why strawberries with everything? Is this a reflection of the alleged idea of Karl Marx that nothing is too good for the working class?
Well, there is that reflection. I guess there is that nuance about it. But no, strawberries with everything. It comes from a bit in the book about the annual glut of strawberries that Poland suffered while I was there. Almost every year there was too many strawberries, and you went into a restaurant, you could steak and strawberries and strawberry soup, and there was just too much. It was a reflection, I guess, of the poor planning of the economy, of the agricultural side of the economy, but strawberries with everything. And I thought it would be a great title. And in London I thought it would be a great title too, very much is.
It's a wonder we didn't have it strawberries with fornication, really, isn't it?
Look, it's not like that at all, believe me.
Righto, you're next.
David.
Steve, I haven't read the book, unfortunately, but it refers to this menage a trois, but I can see it starts with you and Philip Adams and Barry Jones, but I've just got to say that...
The what?
The menage a trois.
No, there's something in Philip Adams and Barry Jones. Wash your mouth out.
It says so in the book.
Oh, right, okay.
That's not the threesome that you're referring to.
I think he's confusing the preface with the first chapter, actually.
Yeah. If you've not read the book, I advise you to read it first and then... give me a ring. Give me a call.
What are you serving the audience today, mate?
Actually, there was something else I wanted to read out to you from the book, just in case you think it's too flippant from what people have been saying here. And, of course, I've lost bits that I was looking for. Okay, yeah, here it is. As a gesture of homage from the present part of my youth to the earlier, I offer the following. There is no way that I can honestly write here or anywhere else about following false stars, listening to siren songs, or worshipping at the shrine of an outdated creed. For I still believe that the wrong people, those who rob the salvos, think the workers are rubbish and consider fascism preferable to socialism, are running the world. The evidence has not gone away. It is they who look after various varieties of number one by starting wars, dropping bombs and rockets on innocents, destroying the earth's forests and poisoning the streams. In the name of economic rationality, they make countless decisions which deprive people less privileged than themselves of the shields, comforts and rewards of civilization. My mistake was in not recognising early enough that such people tend to reproduce their kind and dominate in any society. I hope socialism can do better next time because the human race needs and deserves it. So there's that little bit, just in case you think it's a mad sexual romp along the lines of Daniel Deronda, was it? But it's all there in black and white.
Before we go any further, I think we should ask them a question. I want to know what's the name of that bloody bird on Long John Silver's show.
I think that's Wee Jimmy, isn't it?
Wee Jimmy.
Wee Jimmy is a Scottish lorikeet.
Oh, I see, right. Okay. Righto, who's it? Righto, down there at the back.
Jim.
My name's Jim Conway. I come from that superior city up north of Kodak. I'm with the Steves and I can ask him questions that predate his book. One of my questions is to go back, if you cast his mind back about 50 years, I'm not sure an old ass like him could do it. Give it a try anyway. Cast your mind back about 50 years to Brethren's coffee shop in Market Street, Sydney, and there were about 6 fellow youths hanging around a bar there and drinking coffee and waiting for the Russian Revolution. Unfortunately, some of them are still waiting. I think you probably recall the part talking about revolutionary matters, other things we spoke about was literature. and we used to come in and talk about the book that we just got from Gorky or Johnson or from Mark Twain or whatever we'd read, and we were lobbing these ideas around the table. And I'd like to wonder whether your romance was literally started at that place, at that time.
A reference in Irish, isn't it? Yes. Romantic? Oh, I don't know. I think I've always been a reader. Before I got politics, I was heavily into H.G. Wells. I was into, H.G. Wells' science fiction. Maybe that's what attracted me about socialism. It seemed like it was a superior sort of science fiction at the time. Where did my literary taste come from? It was from I guess from politics. It gave it a bit of a spur on. But 40 Market Street really was a revolutionary hotbed of some sort, I suppose. Bob Gould came out of that background. Anybody here know Bob Gould? Yeah, well, we used to have lots and lots of furious arguments with Bob Gould over the coffee cups. We still have them, although the coffee shop is gone, he's still there, and he's running his bookshop. Anyway.
Bob's still here. You've got your mate this time.
The invasion of Czechoslovakia and your obvious filming observation when you broke down one time or something, you were driving with Christina or something back across the border,
on the eve of the invasion of Czechoslovakia, I tell the story in my book. There was quite an interesting thing that...
historically, you're sort of there, aren't you?
Sorry?
You were there.
Oh, I was there. I wasn't in on the invasion itself, but I was driving... I had a little Volkswagen at the time, and we were driving into the country for some weekend thing. I can't remember what it was now, my wife and myself, and we had to stop at a level crossing as a goods train with flat trays slowly pulled across the road, and we stopped and we let the dog out of the car to empty himself and things like that. On the trays of this goods train were hundreds and hundreds of young Russian soldiers travelling south. They didn't know where they were going, probably. We didn't know where they were going, but they were all very happy, and we exchanged cheerful obscenities and that sort of thing. One of them yelled out to us from his superior height. He said, "Why don't you get yourself a proper dog?" Because we had a little Dachshund about this big, about this far off the ground. "Why don't you get a proper dog?" And my wife, who spoke Russian, could reply to it, but I couldn't know Russian, unfortunately. But then it was only later, only a few hours later, that I turned on the radio and Soviet troops have entered Czechoslovakia. It was the invasion of Czechoslovakia, August the 21st, 1968. So I was present, I suppose, at the curtain up to that level of events. So